Uh-oh. What a way to start. It's not actually the start. The round's already started. I'm 5-5. We're getting kind of trounced by a better team. I'm the only level 150 on our team. No, there's a couple of others. Yeah, so I just thought I'd make a little video about this game. Earlier, there were 2 light tanks down here. Yeah, there's still one there. If he shoots this, I'm dead. Oh, got away with it. Yeah, so I just thought I wanted to make a little video. Not a big one, just a little one. Just a little bit. About this game and how it's kind of incredible, its longevity. And how angry I am about getting sniped on it, even 8 years later. Is he going to come? Come on, mate. Oh, my God. So, when I logged in today, this video is being recorded shortly before Christmas. 10 days before Christmas. I'm really angry. This game, this round is being recorded shortly before Christmas, 10 days before Christmas-ish. I wouldn't say it's like Christmas period yet, you know? Like, oh God, I suck! Oh my God! 5-8. What was I 5-5 at the start? And yeah, I wouldn't say people are like off work / school yet. So maybe some people are, but most people aren't. Most people are still. Yes, I got a kill. But it's like, I don't know, midday-ish. It's 1:30, and it's a Thursday, so there's no reason for everyone to be off work. There's no reason for everyone to be off school. It's a normal day, effectively, other than the fact that it's close to Christmas. But even so, I'm still calling it a normal day. And there were so many servers going. This is Europe PS5. Ooh, okay, he's dead. Right, great. I need some ammo if there's any going left. Yeah, so many servers going. This game is still, after many years, in really good health. And luckily I'm quite good at it as well. Coming back into this game a little bit this round. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Yeah. 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 Lots of attack planes in this round. Yeah, the population of it is still brilliant, and I just want to talk about like why. Because it's quite incredible. So there's a few reasons why. First of all, Battlefield's quite a unique game. Nothing really replaces it. There's a few attempts, isn't there? And there's a few like alternatives. But really, Battlefield is a unique franchise. And nothing can scratch that Battlefield itch like a Battlefield game. So that'd be one reason why it's still popular. People like playing it. That's effectively the simple way of saying it. That there was a sniper up here before. Oh, I wonder if there still is. No, I'm just going to get shot by a support player instead. Yeah, there you go. So there was a sniper up there. So yeah, people like playing Battlefield. There's that. But obviously that doesn't necessarily mean an 8-year-old Battlefield game would survive for so long, because if you look at 8-year-old COD games, people like playing COD. People love it. Maybe COD is a bit more transferable from like one game to another. Like if you like COD, you probably like Battlefield as well. You like shooters. Oh, he's having a bad one. There's an enemy on the other side of this. Yeah, there is. Oh, crap.
Vuoi che ti curi?
We have lost objective Alpha.
But yeah, old COD games are completely dead. You know, there'll be like 100 players on Steam or whatever. Like, no one's playing it from 8 years ago. Like, what was the one? Was it Infinite Warfare or Advanced Warfare or something like that? That came out around about the time of BF1. That's like basically completely dead. To be fair, that was a really unsuccessful COD game. But yeah, in general, like World War II, COD World War II is dead. Yeah, like Black Ops 3, whatever. Like, they're all dead now. Some of the more recent titles have a few players, but mostly people move to the current COD title. Or they move to a different game. Whereas BF1 persists. So it is a bit different. Even though, yeah, obviously it's going to be popular, people like playing it. There's no reason why it survived that long, people would have moved on. Why haven't people moved on? First of all, BF1... Attack planes, a lot of good attack plane players in this round. First of all, BF1 is unique because it's a World War One game. So there isn't really a World War One experience out there. There's a few games out there which I actually haven't played, like one called Verdun. Yeah, there's a few knocking around. But I think they're a little bit more like closely tied to things like Hell Let Loose. There's a little bit more towards the realistic mil sim, less arcadey and fun. Bit more serious shooters, which, you know, are fun. They have a place in the world, but just aren't going to provide the same level of like chaos, I guess. And that sort of World War One chaos, the atmosphere that this game has, is unique. It hasn't been replicated before or since. I've never played a game which is as immersive. Battlefield games before this, Battlefield games since haven't done it. No other game has done it. So it provides that World War One atmosphere, which can't be found anywhere else. So people continue to come back to this game rather than go to other games. Like I said earlier, people play COD tend to play the most recent COD game. That doesn't really happen with Battlefield, and there's reasons why. Obviously, each Battlefield game is probably a little bit more different. I tend to find that COD games, particularly the multiplayer in it, tends to be a reskin of the last one. Like, it's the same thing, it's the same 3-lane maps. It's the same... I didn't know he was there. It's the same formula, the same sort of style of rounds. You know, if you play Domination, there's going to be 3 objectives. You know what they're going to be. You know you've got 3 lanes. You know that you're going to end up with X number of assault rifles getting it. So even like Vanguard, I didn't feel was like a unique game.
We are losing objective.
My revenge.
Cassetta medica, ecco.
Yeah, I just didn't feel there was anything unique about it. God, he's good, that guy. And I'm not doing very well. Should we have a bit of a play in action? Okay. So that people tend to move with the times with COD. They don't tend to move with the times of Battlefield, and there are reasons for that. Like I said, obviously Battlefield 1's a unique title, but also it's a good title. People like this game. Stop it. That's great gameplay from him. He was jumping all over the place when I zoomed in. It's a good Battlefield title, and the the next 2 Battlefield titles weren't as good, were they? That's a matter of opinion. It's a total matter of opinion. Oh wow! Oh, he was right next to me. I'm actually playing very well. Yeah, 2042 and Battlefield 5 were a letdown for a lot of people. I enjoy both, and I really enjoy BF5. I've made do with 2042, and I've had fun playing it, but Oh, this objective's just a horrible place to be. There's not much we can do about that tank up on there. And people vote with their feet, don't they? So if you want to play a Battlefield game that you enjoy, that is good, then for a lot of people, it's still BF1.
Posso curarti?
It didn't have a lot of the like fancy design decisions that BF5 and BF 2042 had, which a lot of people hate. So it feels more authentic. It has the class system in its entirety. It's got land, air, and sea, so it's a real strong Battlefield title. So people are going to continue to play it. But obviously, people would play BF5, BF4 for the same reason.
We are losing objective butter.
That's annoying. But BF4, unfortunately, just doesn't hold up quite as much. People might disagree with me there, but I think the graphics, certainly on PlayStation, are miles behind on BF4. And that's totally fair enough. It's a much older game, and they use different techniques. Like this map in particular, they've done a video scan of this particular valley in real life, and it's almost.
Attenzione! Quello è un soldato nemico!
It's almost like a one-for-one copy of what this actual valley is like. So the graphics are going to be better. Because it was just done in a different way. They call it like phototelemetry or something? I don't know what they call it. But
Cassetta medica, ecco.
they use different techniques, so it looks better. And BF1 was a little bit more modern. It's still not totally modern in this way, but a little bit more modern.
Darò un'occhiata alle tue
With like
ferite.
the way you can work your settings, particularly on console. There's a lot of settings missing if you go back to BF4. I find it basically unplayable now because I've adapted to having like tiny dead zones on my controller and like different sensitivities for aim down sight and hip fire.
C'è un ricognitore.
Yeah, and thus my muscle memory is so far away from where it should be. I can't adapt my controller to behave the same way as it does on BF1. Or BF5 or 2042 or COD or whatever. Whereas in this one I still can. So it's a lot more modern. This game sort of, in a lot of ways, actually holds up. If it was released today, it would be playable.
Una cassetta medica.
It might not be, like, people wouldn't be blown away by it like they were in 2016, but it's still playable. It's still, the graphics are still good. They are still good graphics. They're still passable. The game still looks good. And technically it holds up as well. So people aren't necessarily going to like dial all the way back to BF4 for that sort of authentic Battlefield experience they're looking for. I hate snipers. So BF1's a more natural way to go. And I'm not saying earlier that people like prefer, when I said people like prefer BF1 to BF5 and 2040, that's actually not true. BF5 has an enormous population still. People still love playing BF5. Apart from this kid. Crap. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. And 2042 is still populated. People are still playing. Like it's not like everyone's playing BF1. It's just that you'd think that the older game would be well lagged behind the newer ones, but it isn't at all. It still keeps on going, like an Energizer bunny, Duracell bunny,
Posso aiutarti?
Energizer bunny.
We have lost objective apples.
This is both Energizer and Duracell both use a bunny as their mascot in their adverts.
Soldato nemico individuato.
Oh, you can have a bag, son. Don't snipe like that. He's gonna be like a level 2 now, isn't he? No, he's level 73. You should
We
know
have an
better.
airship en route.
All right. That was scary. But right, so yeah, while I do say that it's like okay, yeah, those games are still populated. Yeah, it's not that this game is dominating, but let's say if we an imaginary world where BF5 and BF 2042 were really, really strong titles. Like they were really popular. They were popular throughout their release. They were well supported. Well,
Our airship has arrived.
you know, maybe BF1 would be left in the past a little bit. But because they weren't, BF1 is still kind of a legit place for people to go. And then there's also the thing that there's a huge gap between 2042 and BF7 or whatever we're going to call it, the next Battlefield title, which is going to be 4 years probably by the time it comes out. Probably looking at 2025, aren't we? He's just rolling down the hill. So, yeah, we're looking at many years now.
We are losing
You know, in between Battlefield titles. So obviously people are going to go and play the old ones. People aren't going to play 2042 until the new one releases because there's just no point. Just like with Call of Duty, people play the previous Call of Duty right up until the day because there's still sort of some value in it, whereas 2042 is effectively going to be a dead game for 2 years or 18 months before a new Battlefield game comes out. And to motivate people to continue to play is hard. It's a competitive market. Oh, he's done all the way down there now.
Cassetta medica, eccola qui. Ordini per me, sergente.
So it's not the player's fault. Players are always looking for something that they enjoy. And if there's nothing to grind for on a game which isn't that popular, like 2042 isn't, it's not, you know, a very well received, really popular Battlefield game. People just aren't going to continue to play it for 4 years after its release. Oh, stop it! Why can't I hit him? I know I'm being suppressed, but that was silly. Did he really only land one bullet on me there and all that? Oh, the tank landed a bullet though. Ooh! Ooh! Ripped me apart. Do you get what I'm saying? Does this sort of make sense? I don't know.
We have taken objective apples.
Yeah, BF2042 being an unpopular title, people aren't going to continue to grind for years afterwards. They're going to move on to something that either something new, you know, like a new card, or they're going to go back to what they enjoyed before. Like what people are doing here, you know, people are continuing to play this game because they enjoyed it. Whereas people didn't really enjoy BF 2042, not to the same
We are
extent.
losing objective butter.
God, that guy is having an awful time. This guy's having a good time. Has he just spun around? If I could get revived by this chap. No. God, he's good, isn't he? Rise and Safade. Don't know what that means. 67 and 65 and 17. Good game. So yeah, whilst I appreciate the new Battlefield titles, I think they're just scary. They're just not quite as good and as polished as this one. And then there's also the thing that... Thank you. See you later.
Forza con la cassetta medica.
And then there's also the thing that I mentioned earlier about this being a World War I game, being authentic, being, well, not authentic, but feeling authentic, feeling immersive, which just keeps people coming back. And over Christmas it'll be full again. Like being able to find full servers straight away at any time of day on an 8-year-old game where the servers are big as well. It's not like a COD game where it's like 6 versus 6, isn't it? In COD, it's a 64 versus 64. And I can log in on a weekday daytime, and how's he not died? I've hit him 3 times. Yeah, and find a full server. I think it's utterly amazing, and it's not showing any signs of slowing down. When 2042 was at its like peak, when they actually were doing the seasons and the game was kind of stable and people were enjoying it, it did get a little bit harder to find. Oh, it shot me in the back. It did get a little bit harder to find a full server, but that's only to be expected. Now, it's like the game is still in its life cycle, which is bloody brilliant. I just wish, and it's actually possible for them to do this, that they just made premium free for everybody, so we could play more of the premium maps. Playing the same like 10 maps all the time is a little bit tiresome. So I wish they made premium free. We could. Like, I haven't played the map Albion in years. There's so many good maps that they made. But it's just a beautiful game. Love it. Love BF1. Think it's great. It's still alive. It just won't die. It's still going. Love it. Anyway, I will catch you later. Goodbye.